Hi, the next lesson in the Set of Keys course, part 1, is lesson 13, Open-Mindedness. Just as with the exercise of positivity, this exercise is both an attitude of soul to be kept up over the whole working day and something that can be evoked during a few minutes as an exercise, the minimum duration I suggest of 5 minutes. In fact, this consists of never allowing our prejudices to totally block out our conception of the possibility of any new event. For example, if someone were to come and tell us that the blue sky had turned green, we should be able, despite the fact that we have never seen anything similar, to leave a minimum part of our mind open to this possibility. In fact, something of the sort happened as a result of the eruption of Krakatoa in the 19th century. The purpose of the exercise is not to make yourself naive, nor incapable of judging the probability of any given hypothesis, but rather to allow our world conception the possibility of widening and not permitting our present conceptual limits to close off our spirit entirely. At a second stage, you may notice a very subtle sensation as if your skin were becoming permeable, that things can pass through it. A third stage consists in this permeability, which has arisen in us, becoming a passage through which our surroundings manage to enter into us, rather than us into them. The question that must be answered is, what is the link between the outside world and myself? Comments. This exercise has the aim, amongst others, of eliminating all prejudices that we may have in regard to all of our experiences. The practical usefulness is obvious, to the extent that our behavior and all actions that we can perform can be effective only providing we really observe the conditions under which we act. It should also be stressed that this exercise opens, for the observer as an individual, the possibility of access to the miraculous. However, the other exercises of observation, etc., can lead to a condition whereby what appears to others to be a miracle becomes a phenomenon that is observable and explainable by means of the spiritual science that the observer is developing for himself. In this way, a kind of conversation can be started between the apparent miracle inside one that ceases to be one in time and the next one that arises. Over a period of time, this becomes a kind of vowel-like breathing process. Finally, it should be noted that this exercise is not really as simple as it seems at first. To attempt to do this at all, in any circumstances where it goes against one's own cherished ideas, is to truly try and come to terms with reality when it is other than what we preconceive. This is especially true when we're dealing with our own inner prejudice, and when we're faced with the question, is it more important to keep our own thought content constructions intact, or deal with the reality face to face? When faced with real inner prejudice, for example in the case of a person you do not like, it can be truly difficult to give him or her the benefit of the doubt and attribute any notable motives to that person, or even to see that person in a better light. This question, therefore, has a moral dimension also. And that is all I'm going to say about it for now. Thank you for your time. For comments, as usual, please see the email stated.